Andrew Urquhart with you on the program. And look, if you're having the difficulty telling which day of the week it is, I'm talking to Tanya Unkovich, so it must be Friday. That's a good way of doing it. Tanya, kia ora. Good morning. Thanks for being on the show.
You are welcome. Kia ora. That's right. Well, we always know that if I'm here, it must be a Friday.
Well, that's one clue. Another way of calculating it is it's day 9, isn't it? Day 9 since lockdown? Is it? Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Do you know what? I'm deliberately not counting.
Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry if I've wrecked that for you.
That's okay. Oh, you've just spoiled it for me, Andrew. No, actually, that's one thing I'm not doing because I don't want it to become a drag or anything like that. I just wake up and I go, okay, it's another day.
I was saying this the other day, actually, that it's kind of like the world's worst advent calendar. Firstly, because there's no chocolate. And if we're counting down to the end of lockdown, well, they might just move Christmas on us. You know what I mean? So it is. It's going to be as long as it is. But what we really need for this one is not like, oh gosh, if I can just make it through the next. We need a bit of a long-term strategy rather than a short-term focus of, okay, we've got to get through so many days or weeks, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, the great thing is that we've got it one day at a time.
Yep.
It's very important that we do that, or else we're going to think, oh, I've got to get through 20, 30 days. At the moment, what you've got to do is get through today.
Yeah.
And that makes it so much more manageable. We can do anything for a day. However, it doesn't stop us from creating a plan and having a goal and having a vision on how we want to be and feel at the end of lockdown, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now, one thing I wanted to talk to you about, because you're all about the plans and the goals and having the vision and everything, but it seems like everybody that I can see from my kitchen window has got this plan that that I'm going to be fit. I'm going to have rock hard abs by the end of lockdown. Because honestly, there seems to be more people out walking their dog than there were before the lockdown. Everybody's doing this health and fitness craze. Now, I imagine from your view of life, this is a great thing because everyone's got goals, right? But surely my goal can be I'm going to have a relaxing afternoon on the couch. Is that all right?
Well, yeah, you can do that for the afternoon. However, it would be great if you moved your body in the morning.
Okay.
You know, all day on the couch isn't so good, Andrew. It is very important that we move our bodies, and it is great. I think people are making the most of this beautiful sunny weather, right? Because it's going to start raining soon. And so, yes, look, it is. I'm noticing that as well. People are saying, look, I'm going to make this lockdown period a bit of a personal transformation time in some way. And if you can do that, that is fabulous. If you can make that decision, that is great. If you can stick it out, that's even better. And that's what happens. It's by around this time, right? Day 9, day 10, everyone's going, oh, gosh, no, this is a bit boring. And they start falling off the wagon a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is where I say, well, maybe just decide. Keep going. If you're finding that, absolutely.
Yeah. This is more of an endurance event than a sprint, really, isn't it? And I suppose when it comes to using this time productively to change some of the negative habits that we may have got into because we're just busy and frantic and rushing from here to there, a wonderful opportunity to do a reset. But sometimes those old habits take a little bit of time to shake, right?
Well, it does. And that's where you want to make the decision that you want to make this lasting change. You want to make it a bit of a personal transformation. Instead of something from the outside, which will be the end result, why don't you have that personal goal that I'm going to start from the inside, you know, and know that I'm actually going to be a bit of a different person at the end of this personal transformation that I'm doing. I'm not just changing my shape. I'm not just getting rock hard abs and getting fitter. Who I become is going to be different. These changes are going to be so ingrained in me that when we are allowed to run outside again, we're not going to go back to those same old habits because who we are is different. It's the perfect time to build that muscle of resilience.
It is also, I think, important to an important time to be able to reassess our motivations on this because when it comes to lockdown, it's not all about us. It's not all about keeping ourselves safe. It's about thinking about other people as well, being kind to other people, giving them space, being courteous if we are going shopping or whatever. And when it comes to, I suppose, goal setting, it's not just about being a more fabulous version of ourselves, but doing so perhaps motivated by other people in our lives.
Absolutely. A great leader starts leading greatly at home. Mm-hmm. So, imagine the influence you are going to have on your children, other family members, if you start showing up differently and reaching your personal goals. You are going to feel better, you are going to show up better, and when you're back in the office again, you will be a better leader in the office as well.
Yeah.
So the thing is, who am I going to become? Just think about it. Let's say in 4 or 6 weeks' time, how great are you going to feel if you stick to this now?
Yeah.
If you commit to your new habits that you're going to create, it will feel wonderful in 6 weeks. Because if you don't do it now, you might not be feeling so good in 6 weeks. Maybe the rock hard abs will be there, but there are a few layers of cuddles around them.
Exactly. And sometimes it's that external motivation, isn't it? Because it's not just about whether or not we feel like it today, but if we have that external motivation of saying, hey, actually, I'm doing this for somebody else. I'm doing this because I care about my children. I'm doing this because I care about vulnerable people in our society. Sometimes that external motivation, caring for others, can give us the motivation that we need when we're not really feeling it.
Yes. Contributing to society, that sense of contribution, that is the greatest way we can serve, isn't it? And that is what will always keep those motivated who want to keep serving.
Now, I was talking with Diane just beforehand and mentioned that that in terms of the services that you offer, you're good to go. In fact, you're ahead of the curve on this one, Tanya, because in terms of encouraging people and in terms of being a life coach, this is something which can continue to do. This is an essential service you can do from the safety of your home and from other people's homes, right?
Absolutely. I've been doing it for a little while, using Zoom for a little while and looking at people for a while. I just wish I bought shares in Zoom a few months ago. I wish I anticipated that, but never mind.
Well,
so, yes.
Since the last time I've been talking to you, I've jumped into the Zoom world, and I must say I absolutely I'm enjoying it. It's a wonderful way of being able to connect with people. There's been people, not just the government, but people doing church through Zoom, people doing prayer meetings through Zoom, and of course people can have a personal consultation with you. That's how you're connecting with clients?
Absolutely. I talk to people all over the world around Zoom. It may be at different times, different days, but it is an extraordinary way to be able to connect, and it works just as well.
Yeah, well, you'll know all the fancy trips, the tricks and things that you can do. I'm just in the baby steps and the shallow end of Zoom.
That's
actually,
all right.
but...
So long as you know how to get into the room, that's the main thing.
Yeah,
someone else can drive the meeting.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Tanya, always encouraging to chat with you. We certainly appreciate what you bring, some perspective to these challenging times. If people did want to get in touch with you, well, not straight on Zoom, but through the website first, right?
Absolutely. Go to my website. There's lots of resources there as well. I put all of my past REMA interviews there if you want to go and listen to some of those on how to be resilient during these times of uncertainty, and they're all there for you.
TanyaUnkovich.com for more information. Tanya, do have a great weekend. I'll try not to count down the days for you, but we look forward to catching up with you sometime soon. Thanks for being on the program today.
You are so welcome. Have a lovely weekend. Bye for now.